Love a good Snickerdoodle cupcake? Then darling, this recipe is for you. Hey there, sweet friends. Today we're making Snickerdoodle cupcakes. Let's get started. Hey y'all, alright, so I want to just do a quick ingredient overview so you can see the exact products that I'll be using for this. I'm using Betty Crocker. You can use any particular box. Just keep in mind Betty Crocker already has put it in the mix. Betty and Pillsbury does, Dunkin' doesn't, so just keep that in mind. I'm using Swan's Down cake flour. You can use white lily cake flour, whatever you like. I'm using water, and I know some people might be like, oh my gosh, water, you know, you can always substitute water for milk. That's a quick fix. It is. But here's the thing about it. This channel is called Baking for Business. And so what happens is that sometimes as a home baker, you can't leave out to go to the store just to get one thing of milk. Or I don't want you guys to have a lot of waste in your business to where you might find you're throwing milk away when you don't use it. So one way I find to fix that is to, number one, always use water, or number two, use a powdered buttermilk, and then that way you can mix it into the water and it gives it that buttermilk taste. So just wanted to explain that. Sour cream, I have 1 egg and 1 yolk. This is the vanilla that I'll be putting in the base. I always use a lesser brand vanilla in the base and a more high-end vanilla in my buttercream, and that's just another way for you to cut down on costs as well. And then obviously our cinnamon, and also I had to get it real quick, some brown sugar, which is just gonna add a little bit to that snickerdoodle taste. So these are our base ingredients for the cupcake. And the ingredients for the buttercream, butter, obviously, powdered sugar, cinnamon, vanilla bean paste, a little bit of water as well. Same with the buttercream. If you want to sub out the water for heavy whipping cream or something, you can. But as a home baker, if you put water in your buttercream, it allows you to keep it out room temperature. It doesn't have to be refrigerated, which cuts down on fridge space if you need to cut down on space, and it just helps you to prep in advance. And then also we're gonna add what you don't see here, just a little dash of salt. All right, y'all, now this next step, this is something that people don't talk about. I know we know a lot about doctored recipes and, you know, the popular WASC cake. Drop a comment below if you've ever heard of WASC cake. If you haven't, then I know you're pretty new, but it's cool. I could probably do a recipe on that one day because I do mine a little different. But I'm not making 24, I'm making 12. And so because of that, I'm not gonna use all of this mix. So can you have a doctored recipe? Yes, my dear, you can. You just kind of have to measure it out. So I only need about 1.5 cups of this mix, and I've done this 1,000 times before. That's how I know. And then in here is 1.5 cups of mix also. I can save that for another time. So that'll help you in case you ever have to do like tastings or something like that, and you don't need all 24 cupcakes, or you don't need a whole cake. Yes, you can cut a doctored mix in half. All right, you guys, so let's start off with 1.5 cups of box mix, 2/3 cup cake flour, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, and the recipe is below as well if you need it, along with the printable version. And be sure to give that a good mix. Add your 1 whole egg, 1 white, along with your 2/3 cup water. And then we're going to go ahead and add that 1/2 cup of sour cream, and then we'll put in our tablespoon of cinnamon and our 2 teaspoons of baking vanilla. I love that Watkins brand. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've tried it before. It is so good. And then just mix our wet, and we want our wet to come together. And also, if you're loving this recipe so far, please be sure to hit subscribe. I would love to share more recipes with you guys that you can use in your home baking business. That way you can sell them and make some money Hello. So then after that, I'm scooping my batter. I like to use a disher. I use dishers versus ice cream scoops because dishers have the exact measurements on them, and this one will get you about half a cup. I know sometimes people say use an ice cream scoop, but ice cream scoops vary. Dishers are more accurate, and so we just want to make sure that we get all that batter in there. Then I even go back and add the extra batter because hey, I want nice, pretty, delicious, fluffy cupcakes. And y'all, this smells so damn divine. So after that, I like to go ahead and wipe those little crispies or wisps or just little pieces of batter. I hate when they get crispy on you when you bake them. That is like so totally aggravating. So I'm sure you've been there before. Now let's make our buttercream, you guys. We're gonna start with 2 sticks, 1 cup of butter, and we want to beat that butter for about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm using a hand mixer. If you're using a stand mixer, baby, you're a better woman than I am, trust me. But you just want to make sure that it turns pale and white and gets nice and fluffy because this is an American buttercream. We're adding 3 2/3 cup powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste, and you guys, oh my gosh, that vanilla bean paste looks amazing. A tablespoon of water as well as a tablespoon of cinnamon. Go ahead and give that a good mix until it's nice, fluffy, and combined. And this is going to be what we kind of just sprinkle over the cupcakes. So I'm adding half a cup of white granulated sugar, about 4 to 5 tablespoons of cinnamon. You want to make sure you mix it very well because you really want it to just have that snickerdoodle look. Even though it's a cupcake, we still want it to look as good as it tastes. And now to ice these, I'm using my signature tip. I use this tip all the time in my home baking business, but it is an Ateco 869. Is it a Teco or a Tico, y'all? Drop a comment below and let me know what the hell you call this tip. But it looks beautiful. It does like these big, beautiful, fluffy ruffles that I just love. It looks so damn divine. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle our cinnamon sugar mixture on top. OMG, yum, yum, yum. Oh, yes, baby. I love that. Now, Snickerdoodle is really perfect for the fall, but it's also good for the spring. I mean, honestly, when is it not a good time to eat a Snickerdoodle cupcake? So it just depends. And as you can tell, these are moist. You can see the imprint on a cute little stand. But honey, these come together so damn good. Whew. All right, y'all, what you think? If you love this recipe and you're a home baker, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I would love to share more recipes with you to help you make more money in your home baking business. And y'all, these things came together so wonderful. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate all you guys and your support. Be sure to follow me on social media at Baking for Business as well. And let me know, what recipe would you like to see me do next? Or what baking recipe would you like to see me feature on the channel?